And lastly, if tomorrow you lost all your grades, moots, and paralegal roles and had to rebuild your personal brand from zero, what are your top three priorities if you had 6 months left?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And it's a question that I've been thinking about a lot, like sort of where do I want to go with my career? I think one thing that I've been really juggling with is a corporate career versus a more of like an entrepreneurship career, right? And I think if I've lost everything in like the path to corporate law, I think I would try and be a bit more balanced with like the way I approach things. So I would definitely want to restart and start with more high risk skills, I guess. So for example, things like sales, things like joining a startup and trying to become like more an expert in like high growth areas, for example, tech, energy, things like that. I guess I'll try to build my personal brand around those sorts of things just because I think that there's so much potential in the future. And there's so many opportunities there. And being at the forefront of innovation is probably something that I would want to do. Whereas I feel like it's sort of limited because I've sort of hedged my bets on the safe corporate law path. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Cool, okay. And a little question on the side, is there anything interesting you're working on at Sproutify Law that students can expect in the coming months?
Yeah, so right now, what I'm currently working on is just making the program as effective as possible. I want to make it as a really helpful resource for other people. So currently, I've been coaching a couple of clients on how to get a paralegal role within their first 3 months. That's the main program that I have. But in the long term, I do want to create some sort of online portal or online, I guess, resources and community where all of my modules on, networking, CV and cover letter drafting, LinkedIn interviews, things like that, everything all in one. And it's sort of, I guess, everyone can just see what the resources there are and, pick out what modules that they personally need help with. So that's probably like a long-term vision that I have as I continue to grow surrounded by law.
Amazing. Well, best of luck with that. And thank you for making time on this podcast today. We'll stay tuned for the next episode.
Thank you so much, Lachlan.